Oh my gosh, it's Mozy's. Mozy's and, oh. Oh man.
Now to more breaking news, flames destroying a popular North County cafe overnight.
Yeah, NBC7's Joe Little is live in Lucadia right now with the damage to some nearby businesses as well. Still a lot of activity right behind you there, Joe.
The fire is actually still going. You can't see it right behind me here, but they had a fire just a few seconds ago in the back of this Mozy Cafe along the 101 here, and they're trying to vent the front of the restaurant here. You still see smoke coming out of the front of the restaurant. They're still attacking that with a hose. We have the Carlsbad Fire Department, the Encinitas Fire Department, the Rancho Santa Fe, and even Solana Beach. They're all here right now. This started sometime around 2 o'clock this morning here in Lucadia along the 101. Let's take a look at some of the video that we got from overnight. That video shows huge flames and smoke coming from this cafe. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Mozy Cafe, they serve a lot of breakfast foods, burritos, and whatnot. So it's a popular surfer joint here in Lucadia. Let's go back down here live right now with some firefighters who are trying to pull apart the front of the restaurant. They're hammering the front of the place here. You still see there's a lot of smoke. That's a sign that there's still flames inside that place there. So what they're trying to do is they're hammering it, trying to vent it out, open up some holes to let that fire out. Now, information you need to know going into this morning is the 101, Highway 101 is going to be closed north and south between Lucadia and Encinitas Boulevard. So if this is the way you go to work, you best plan ahead because this is going to be closed. I was told for at least an hour guaranteed. It might be closed for upwards of 3 hours. So just if you use the 101, get ready to take the 5 or another route to work. We do not know how this fire started. All we know is that right now they're trying to put it out so they can get inside and do that investigation. We'll be out here all morning and bring you the latest coming up on NBC7 News at 5 o'clock. Until then, reporting live in Lucadia, Joe Little, NBC7.
Residents forced out of their homes as a popular cafe goes up in flames in Encinitas.
And nearly 6 hours later, firefighters are still dealing with flames. 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala is there live. Mimi, what can you tell us about the flare-ups you first showed us about 30 minutes ago?
Well, Virginia, Jim, firefighters were able to get those flames that flared back up out pretty quickly. You can see, though, part of the building is collapsed right now. That's because crews knocked down a portion of those walls to get to hard-to-reach hot spots because the building was too unsafe for firefighters to go inside even 5 hours later. So 3 businesses inside of the building were destroyed and the fire burned dangerously close to homes. Fortunately, though, no one was hurt.
I heard a really loud pop, and then I heard some yelling, and which I thought was like maybe like gunshots or something like that, and I went outside and saw like a really big orange glow.
And Matt Pryor lives nearby and says when he got closer to that orange glow, he realized the popular Mozy Cafe was engulfed in flames. Firefighters quickly got to the scene around 12:15 this morning and then started battling the flames shooting from the roof of the cafe, but the firefight actually went on for several hours. The building was still burning around 3 o'clock this morning. 10 nearby apartment units were evacuated, but only 2 remain evacuated right now because of all of the smoke that was still billowing from inside of the building. The flames jumped to a total of 3 businesses, all in the same building, now a total loss. Both directions right now, Coast Highway will stay closed from Leucadia to Athena until further notice. Right now, the cause of the fire is still under investigation, but fire officials tell us it does not seem suspicious. We're going to stay out here, try to gather some more details and bring you updates. For now, we're live in Encinitas. Mimi Alcala, 10 News.
Fire investigators are trying to figure out what caused a fire that destroyed a popular cafe and 3 attached businesses. The fire started just after midnight and took about 6 hours to contain. At one point, the fire was so intense, nearby apartments were evacuated. The owner of a nearby art gallery, which was also destroyed, says some items that burned in the fire are irreplaceable.
My work, my old paintings, my old artwork, and my artist's artwork that just can't be replaced. It's hard to take.
Investigators say the fire doesn't appear to be suspicious. 2 GoFundMe accounts have been set up for the businesses. You can find those under the CNON tab on our website.
In Encinitas, a community has raised thousands of dollars in just hours to help 4 really popular local businesses recover from this devastating fire. NBC 7's Jackie Freya is there with more on this neighborhood effort. It's a terrible thing that happened, but nice to see everybody rallying together there, Jackie.
Yeah, I mean, those images, for one, were just so tough to look at, and I can't tell you how many people came by to see it for themselves. I mean, I lost count, and we heard story after story of just how iconic this corner was. People were in disbelief trying to take in all the damage.
This was one of those icons here, you know, because of how it looks like, and the food, and the kind of beachy community, you know, and the food was great too. So.
The fire destroyed several long-time family-run businesses. There was an art gallery, a vegan cafe, a custom t-shirt shop, and local favorite, Mozy Cafe.
My heart just dropped for, first of all, the locals, everyone that goes here every day, and then second of all, we're in a neighborhood, so it's quite frightening to see there's a house only a couple feet back.
Nobody was hurt as the businesses were closed early Monday morning when that fire broke out, but it took firefighters several hours to douse those flames. Not much was left.
Yeah, I was shocked that it was like right here and it happened and stuff.
On the charred exterior, messages of thanks and ways to help were left for loyal customers.
I can't believe, like, I mean, of all these places, that's the one I normally go to. So it's kind of like sad to see that. Hopefully they can rebuild it soon.
And again, nobody was hurt, and it's we're unsure right now about the insurance policies related to these businesses. As we said, though, thousands of dollars are being raised right now through several GoFundMe accounts. We have that linked on our website at NBCSanDiego.com. I'm live in Encinitas. Jackie Freya, NBC 7.
Thanks, Jackie. We also know the custom t-shirt shop, Shatto Sons, has really been a staple of the community since the 1970s, and tonight on social media, the owners of that shop announced that they are still taking orders.
A fire destroys a popular cafe in Leucadia.
Eric Richards live with the latest on this investigation. Eric.
Yeah, hi, good morning. You know, I can start this live shot off by saying this was a big fire, in fact, to alarm. The good thing, though, the fire is contained, but I mean, the mop-up does continue this morning. Now, a portion of the front area, we're told, actually just told us a little bit ago by the Deputy Fire Chief of Encinitas, that a lot of flames kind of were hiding in pockets of this building. So a backhoe was actually brought in, and part of that facade, let's say, was pulled off. But again, the good thing here is that fire now contained. Let's bring up video showing you images and giving you perspective of just how big this fire was burning just a couple hours ago. This is right off North Coast Highway. The sad part here is we know 3 businesses were actually occupying this building, Mozy's Cafe and Art Gallery, and another one that's still unknown. All 3 now destroyed. Crews are battling this fire from the ground, still are, but also from their ladder trucks, trying to gain, as we know, the upper hand. Now, the call came in around 12:15 this morning and was quickly upgraded to a 2-alarm. 10 nearby apartments, we know, units were evacuated as well. At this time, though, the latest word, 2 remain tagged because of the amount of smoke and high levels of carbon monoxide. Listen now to some of the challenges from that deputy fire chief.
Well, it's an older building, a lot of hidden spaces, and when a fire gets that advanced, which isn't that uncommon for the middle of the night, it's unstable and a challenge to walk inside there. We don't want a roof or anything to collapse on us. We have a few hidden spaces on the front facade that we're trying to get into, and on the back side of the building to extinguish them. So the fire's contained in that it's not going anywhere. It's just there's still pockets in there that we're going to be poking at.
Again, as we come back out live, that's exactly what they've been doing, as mentioned, with that backhoe. But also something important to note, we asked regarding the cause of this fire. As we know, it's still too early to determine that, but the deputy fire chief of Encinitas was able to tell me that at this early hour, it's not pegged suspicious. Of course, they'll remain on scene throughout the morning, trying to figure out that cause. For now, we're live in the North County in Leucadia. We'll send it back.
Mozy, thank you. A fire destroys 4 businesses in Leucadia, including a popular cafe.
Eric Richards is live now with the latest on the investigation. Eric.
Yeah, good morning. You know, these shops and restaurants here in Leucadia extremely well known, especially, as you mentioned, Mozy Cafe. Now, at this point, all the owners, also employees, have shown up still in shock. Everything is gone.
I was pretty shocked because we're right next door. To have it just be gone just like that is very upsetting.
Leucadia residents devastated after 2 businesses and 2 restaurants are taken over by flames.
I've lived through my whole life and I care about it, you know. I wanted it to be funky, keep it as much as I wanted things to get newer, I didn't want to renovate it. And, yeah, I just had plans to be here for a while.
This is Greg Cali, comforted by his wife, also owner of the art gallery destroyed in the fire. Cali says he was just about to celebrate 1 year at this location.
Actually, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, there's more stuff in there than I realized. And their memories, I remember where I was sitting when I was painting them. There, you know, there's people in the paintings that I care about. And the other people have artwork in there that they care about in a different way.
It was just after midnight when flames broke out to the building off North Coast Highway, along with a charred art gallery, Mozy Cafe, a t-shirt shop, and another restaurant in the back known as Peace Pies. Firefighters say the cause is unknown.
I'm sad because I personally know the chateaus and all of the things that they had in there. We had a beautiful art gallery that had pictures of all the local surfers, and they would come here and see their work on the walls, and it's really sad to see everything just go down the way that it does.
And back out live here in the North County, I'd say within the last hour or so, North Coast Highway has reopened. Fire crews also leaving the scene about half hour ago after spending the majority of their morning mopping up those hot spots. And I also asked that Deputy Fire Chief with Encinitas, possibly a cause, as I mentioned too, that's not unknown, but he did say it does not appear suspicious as of right now. We're live in Leucadia. We'll get it back to you.
All right, Eric Richards, thank you.
903.
A popular North County restaurant was destroyed in a fire that took hours to put out. Flames broke out shortly after midnight last night at the Mozy Cafe on the 101. The fire was so intense that crews had to use a backhoe to collapse the roof so they could better attack the flames. The cafe, a t-shirt shop, a vegan restaurant, and an art gallery in the building were destroyed. The cause of the fire is under investigation.